My name's Mark Willott, composer and producer. I work in new media, film, TV, games, advertising, and also produce music for bands. Okay, so I've just finished up making 10 new pieces with the Orchestral SDX. So the first thing I noticed when I started to work with the library was the level of the velocity layers. You know, how much detail there was in the quiet sections. You know, one of the things I always like about superior libraries is they sound like drums sound. When you're in the room with a drum sound, it sounds completely different to the way it's produced. And with Superior 3 libraries, you have sounds which you can take to wherever they need to be. You know, they can be hyper-produced, they can be super realistic, and that's a lovely thing to work with. But the process for working the demos was because I love Tune Track from the point of view of the supplied MIDI that we get. So not having that to start off with and just working with the sounds and really makes you think about what percussion does. And it's quite often for me a bit of an afterthought, and I'll depend on Tune Track products to help me flesh that side of things out. So doing something percussion led with no MIDI was a great way to explore the library and explore the sounds, and it was great to just start off with the interface. And it's because it's quite different to a lot of other orchestral percussion libraries, which tend to be just mapped chromatically and mapped specifically for each patch for each drum. So to be able to have one instance of Superior Drummer 3 and your complete orchestral setup is fantastic, and then you can do all your routing, all your bussing. You know, it means you've got one VST instead of 20. So the role of percussion for me, especially in film music, is very much about the transition from one mood to another. The percussion's instrumental in making that difference, and those transitions with the timp rolls, the bass drum rolls, the cymbal rolls, the punctuation of the snares, and all the little details as well. You know, scrapes and things like that set moods and that. You program a track for a scene, and you start concentrating on different elements of the mix, and you remove the percussion. It's like the bottom's just dropped out of it. The excitement's gone, the detail's gone, and even if it's only, you know, the rumble of a bass drum or the rumble of timpani into a section, without it everything falls flat. So having the capability to work in surround and have engineers that have placed the mics and are experts in miking up surround is fantastic. Personally, on movie scores I tend to work in quad, but the addition of all the other surround channels, you know, we can use those for ambience and different ambient mixes for different drums to create the different proximities of the drums. And you know, as things become more immediate, you can make things approach the front of the stage, and you know, really make things sort of travel towards and away from you. But to have, you know, an expert setup for surround, that's just going to be such a time saver and such a great tool to have.